How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
I just got a text from my fiance, and it says, I'm going to read it.
Go ahead.
Let's see. From Amanda. Okay, she says, 1 month till the wedding day.
No.
And then smiley face with the tongue and the wink. But literally, today, we're 30 days away from my wedding.
Oh, dude. How do you feel?
I feel good. I think right now, there's still some things to take care of. So right now, I think I keep myself distracted with the grind mode.
Yeah.
Do this, get this. I will probably get nervous. I'll probably be pretty nervous that week. Just like last rush of things, setting up and all that. I'll probably get nervous. And right now, I'm just like.
Just grind mode.
Yeah, I feel like you ever just like get so busy that you're just. You don't feel. You're just like going. It's almost like you're numb to things.
Yeah.
Like you're just in motion.
Sure. By the end of the day, I'm like, damn, that was a crazy day. Like,
I didn't eat.
Man.
Anyways, that's how I feel now. I'll probably be more nervous closer to the wedding, but we're 30 days away.
Do you still have a lot to do, or are y'all kind of just set?
We've we found a photographer.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I need to pay that deposit.
Did you go with Timothy or Emily?
Tim.
Smart man.
For the people listening, if you didn't catch the last podcast, we were talking about potential photographers we were hiring, and we had to narrow it down to Tim and Emily, which is Tim and his fiance's name too. So we chose Tim, so he's saying good job. But we did that. We got the venue locked down. We're working with HGTV to, make it as productive a shoot for them and maintain, some of our. Dude, I haven't told Amanda this. Should I? I'll say it. It's whatever. She's not gonna listen to this. But they want to. They're like, can we do this for your wedding to spice it up? So they're like throwing some things in there. One of the things they want to throw in is like a big ice sculpture
Of what? Like a swan?
of our choice.
Oh.
Like something to do with you all. So I'm thinking maybe like, I don't know, something Notre Dame-y and then they want to do like an ice luge where like I guess you pour the drink down and by the time
then it goes down, and by the time it gets to the bottom, it's cold or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty tight.
So praise the Lord for
Hey,
a
man.
little bit of extra.
That's a nice blessing right there.
So it should be cool. I want you to, if that ice luge is there, I want to see you do it.
Oh, I will. I will. I'm gonna have to ask.
Before the ceremony starts, you're inside the.
Yep. I'm in there.
Anyway, man, yeah, it's good. We're going. I'm numb to it right now, but closer to the day out.
Yeah. That's tight, man. I'm excited.
Oh, also,
What's up?
remember how we were talking about singing a song? Remember my buddy sang a Jamie Foxx song, and I wanted to do that. Now I can't. So
it's been 5 years.
right, which is like the greatest wedding song.
song, yeah.
But we found perhaps the second greatest wedding song. And here's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna pre-record it. I'm gonna play piano, and then my buddy Kristen's gonna sing it as she walks down the aisle.
Oh.
It's another Jamie Foxx song. Can you guess it?
So wait, that's the one that Amanda's gonna walk down
This
to?
is her processional.
So the
her
music
grand
could already
entrance.
be recorded, but is the girl gonna sing it live?
Guy's gonna sing it.
The guy's gonna sing it
Yeah,
live?
yeah.
Okay.
And
Can I guess?
and Jamie Foxx sings the song.
Huh.
It's kind of hard, but it's when I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, of course.
Is it Heaven?
No, it's not even off an album. It's not off one of his albums. It's from a movie.
A movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Movie's got Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce in it.
Some Dreamgirls.
Yeah. When I first saw you.
Yeah.
We're doing that. So.
Oh, that's a good one.
That will get me. That will probably make me cry.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's all she wants is for me to cry.
Yeah?
That's all she wants. If I cry, then she'll be happy. So that might get me.
I'm gonna have my phone out when she's walking down, like just zoomed in at your face to see if I can catch the
Now,
tears out.
there's people that you can't look at when you don't want to laugh or don't want to cry.
That's
like when
very
you're in
true.
class with your friend, you can't look at to laugh. You are one of those people I cannot look at because I'll
I
cry.
wouldn't.
If you cry, then I'm done.
You know I'm a very emotional person, so
Yeah, you're like you're like a teddy bear.
very emotional person. So like, if the moment is right and that song just hits me, I might shed one.
Yeah, that's why I'm not looking
No.
at you.
No, I'll be good. As long as you don't, I'll be fine. Because I'm one of those type of people where I cry when I see someone crying. So
I think that's how it works. I think that's how crying and laughing and vomiting works.
yeah,
Somebody else does it.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tight, man.
Anyway, so we're like I don't want to say trudging forward, but we're pushing, grinding.
man.
and then it'll happen in 30 days.
Do you feel like, so you and Amanda have been together for what, 10 years, a decade?
It's almost a decade. It's almost 9 years, and I just round up. So
Exactly. So do you feel like after that wedding day, not like a weight is lifted, but do you feel like, okay, wow, we finally made it to this point? Or like, what do you think is going to be that big kind of difference from like dating and being in a very committed long-term relationship for almost 10 years to like now being like, you know,
well, I will say,
lawfully wedded?
I have friends who have been married for a couple years, and they've and you know, we've been together for 9 years. I know people who are married for 3-4 years. And
Yeah.
they're giving me points, and then part of me was just like, you know, but I know her very well. We know what we dislike and love about each other, and
Yeah.
like we've been together for 9 years, so we know each other very well. So it's almost like we're married. I think the difference is like it's official. It's an outward sign. I wear a ring. She has her ring. So like relationship-wise, I don't feel like it'll be too much different besides just more of a commitment. But it's like an outward expression. This is my wife. This is my husband. We are together. It's. I think it'll be more prominent once we're married. So like it's just like a deeper commitment. I feel like.
Yeah.
There's things you can't do no more. You can't just on the fly go hang out with the guys. You got to run it by your wife.
You got to run it by the wife.
You can't just invite people over. You got to.
It's true.
And vice versa, you know, for her, for me too, for me and her. So I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the commitment will feel more intense afterwards.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, I probably have a different answer in 31 days.
And that's I'm really excited for that first podcast that we're gonna do after your wedding, because I just want to see, like, you know,
and I'll be married and
I'll be planning the wedding guy, and then
I'll become the mentor.
No, I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, once he's married, like, he's gonna give me tips, like
no.
5 months of tips before I get married.
I will still be learning from you. I will still be the grasshopper, and you will still be my sensei.
I don't know, you can have like 5 months on me or something, you know.
I think the only thing I'll have on you is just like practical, like I'll have been through the day. You know what I mean? Like that's the only advice I can give you.
I'm gonna text you every day, so like, so what's the lesson?
What's today's lesson?
What's today's lesson? What'd you learn? So I could do it too, or not do it.
I was talking to somebody yesterday. They were like, "How you doing? How's the planning?" And they got to tell me about their wedding day. A good friend of mine, and he was like, "Yeah, I was." He was like, "I was pretty drunk by the end of the day." He was like, "But you wanna maintain your sobriety for the ceremony. You wanna be there for that." But the rest of the stuff, he was gone, and I guess you're tired by the end of the day. So one thing I know is, like, I get tired normally. Like, I get tired after just being around a couple people for a couple hours. You know? Like, after this podcast, I'm going to go home and take a nap.
Yeah.
So that day, I'm going to be exhausted, I feel like.
I don't know if you and Amanda are, like, not active drinkers, like, not alcoholics or anything, but, like, are you planning on, like, going hard that day? Like, it's a celebration, not, like, ceremony, but, like, maybe the bar crawl or the
another thing I didn't...
reception. Like, are y'all going hard or something, you know?
I think we are, yeah. Because it's supposed to be like a party. But let me tell you something. We went out drinking 2 nights ago, and we had soju, not sake, but soju, which sneaks up on you.
I've had that. I've heard of it.
And the older I get, the more, you know, I don't want to be too graphic or anything, but when I drink, I'm on the toilet the next day, all day.
Interesting.
So I want to go ham, but something in my body's like, nah, you can't do that no more, man. Or maybe it's just certain things. Maybe it's the soju, but like we want to go ham, but we both know that it affects us differently the next day. We're just getting old.
Yeah. Well,
it's hard to wake up.
You have your bachelor party coming up.
Technically, it starts today.
Technically, it's coming.
Yeah.
So.
I got a friend.
You can figure it out then. I'm like, all right, what drinks work well for me, and what's the limit where I'll be okay?
I feel like you need time to, you know, experiment, and if it's a scientific experiment, you need your time.
So
your sample errors and all that.
Every
stuff.
weekend from now until the wedding,
exactly.
4 weekends, you're gonna go hard every weekend and figure it out.
You know what does me in? Wine.
Wine?
Yeah, wine will just like, that's a different kind of sleep. Like I get turned off of, you know, liquors and beer sometimes, but wine, that's a knockout. Like that's a slumber right there.
Interesting.
So I know I can't go hard with the wine.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a party.
Man,
I'm excited.
So I guess this is my question. Like, it's in LA, and obviously I'm already here. Should Emily and I drive there, or should we Uber there? That's like the question I need to know. Because Ubering means like...
Uber means you're going to party.
I'm partying hard and I have no intentions of like driving. Or like, is it like moderate? Or okay, come drive.
I think it's gonna be a party. Like we have this. There's a speakeasy beneath the venue. The ceremony's outside. Reception is inside. Formal dinner.
Okay.
And in the basement, there's this weird Gothic, esoteric, antlers on the wall, Edgar Allan Poe, yellow velvet, Gothic speakeasy, and it feels like something from the Prohibition era. And we have that reserved to party like the rest of the night. So I feel like we're gonna be drinking, and you should probably Uber. Although it's a long Uber, but you should Uber because we're gonna turn up.
Okay. All right, that works. All right, sounds good.
Otherwise, that's a long drive. You got to drive all the way down to the coast of California where you live.
True. It's true.
And I'm up north. Okay. But yeah, man, we're trudging ahead. Next week's episode will be funny because I'll have things to report from the bachelor party. Okay. By the way, if you're not doing anything Saturday, we're going to an escape room.
Man, I'm going to Fresno.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
For a wedding.
You told me that. You got weddings every weekend.
Yeah. I want to be like, no, but that's what it feels like, man.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
I think that's just what happens. But how are you all doing with your planning? How's it going?
We're doing well. I think the big thing is that we just got our bands.
Nice.
This past weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. Remember when you were telling me you got your bands and you kind of wore it for 2 days?
Yeah.
I didn't wear it for 2 days, but I definitely wore it a while until I
like you wore it that day.
Yeah, I wore it that day, and then I hit it on something. I was like, oh no, I need to put this away because I'm gonna break it before.
Mm-hmm. You're walking around with your hand up in the air.
Yeah, exactly. But I took a picture of it.
I have to see this.
I wanted to text you to take a picture of yours and bring it, but I completely forgot.
Watch it be the same ring. I'm running out. If it's the same ring, I'm running out of here.
Oh man,
your ring says so much about who you are.
Here we go.
Yo, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that is sick.
Yeah, it's a nice cut edge, like we kind of talked about before. Tungsten.
I love that it's simple, but it's also pronounced.
Yeah,
and there's still some class and complexity because of all the edges, but then how the light hits it. It just looks like layers, but it's simple.
Yeah, man. I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's sick. Maybe when we both wear our rings, we can touch them together and summon Captain Planet.
With all your powers combined, that'd be dope. Yeah, man. It's like a bittersweet thing also because it's like, yeah, I got it. No, I can't wear it for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was like, here, you take it. I told her to keep it. I was like, keep it.
You don't know where it is?
No, I don't know. Because if it's at my house, I'll just go to the grocery store like, oh, let me just try it out. And then just take it. And then just go. So, yeah.
You remember how we talked about females, how sometimes there are some girls who are likely or inclined to talk to you because you're married. They see that ring and then I caught some glances at my ring when I wore it.
Oh, really?
The next day, yeah. So I think that's a thing.
Those 2 days you wore it, girls are just throwing themselves at you.
I can see them just kind of. I mean, when. Oh gosh. When someone's talking to you.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you just know when someone's talking to you, and I could see a glance down at the ring and then glance back up and then more engagement. So if the engagement comes right after a glance at the ring, then it's.
I wonder if that's.
Anyway, I think that happens.
I wonder if that's a strong attribute to maybe weddings or marriages not really being successful or an increased number of divorces because
it is higher these days.
Normally, if someone sees a ring, okay, this person's in a commitment, I'm done, right? If someone takes off a ring and goes out, they might be trying to hide something. But now, even if you're rocking the ring, you're still susceptible to someone flirting with you, possibly.
Well, okay, let me ask you this: why do you think it happens? Why do some people see a ring and say, I want that? Ostensibly, it must be because it's
the thrill of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the chase.
Just like adrenaline and cortisol pumping through.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that might be, you're right, that might be a contributing factor to, higher divorce rates, is that?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd be interested to read, what are some of the common...
I read that money is another thing.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking primarily, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about for today's episode. But I feel like money is a common reason for divorce. Maybe just complacency on one person's end. I think back to Insecure. I don't know if anybody out there watches Insecure. It's a great show, but the main character Issa, cheats on her long-term boyfriend, and I think part of it is because like he just didn't have a job, or like a job that he really wanted. He's like working at Best Buy and not really doing anything about his life, and I don't know, maybe like that was part of it, but I don't know.
Well, so there's like, that's one end of the money spectrum, and I think there's another end where it's just like, it's stressful. I mean, a lot of people some people start their marriage in the hole. The premise of the show for HGTV that's shooting Our Wedding is that they take a couple who they haven't figured out their wedding, and they take them to 3 different tiered weddings: an expensive one, a middle of the road one, and an affordable one. And we're the affordable wedding that they're visiting. But I said that to say that some people do go all out for the wedding, and you're starting, and I guess it's relative. We all have different amounts and come from money or we don't, whatever. But like, you can start your marriage in the hole if you go all out on a wedding or something.
Yeah.
And the stress that comes from that is like just overwhelming. So like, if you start in the hole and you have kids or you want to buy a house and like you fall behind, and like money is stressful.
It is.
So, and especially stressful if you start in the hole. So I think there's a whole complacency, and you want to feel equal and somebody equally ambitious and who's also bringing in. There's also the stress of like having to pay the mortgage and put food on the table, and all that stuff.
And that was one of the things that like Emily and I were very adamant about, like especially me, like I don't want to start off my marriage in debt, so I don't want like a $50,000 wedding. Like I'm thinking about that, like $50,000 for like a day, right? Which is like in a very important and special day. You want that to be special for you and your significant other, but I also don't want to wake up the next morning and be like, all right, I'm $50,000 in the hole.
It's
starting
over
this
in a
marriage,
day,
right?
Yeah.
It's like done in a day. So yeah, I mean, so we definitely like made sure that we found the best venue for our price and food menus and all of that stuff. So like yours, I think we got really good deals.
I think that is a good note for people. Like if you're listening and you're planning yours, I think it's a good note, a good takeaway that you don't have to go beyond your means to make something special. What's most important is you and your fiance, and then the people you're sharing that day with. And you all could be, you could go to a barn and play your art. It doesn't have to be from a movie. It doesn't have to be Cinderella or whatever. But yeah, stay within your means. You don't need money to be happy.
It's true. So speaking of money, I'm interested in hearing, like, so when you and Amanda first started dating, was it very much like the traditional, like, you paid for the dates and you like, oh, we're going to the movies, I got this, or we're going to dinner, I got this? Or was it like from the get-go, like she paid for both? Or was it like, oh, Amanda's like, oh, I got this, Genie, don't worry about it? I mean,
I'm pretty sure I paid.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure I paid. But some of our first dates were
non-paying.
Well, they were trips to Chicago where we'd visit her family or like and like eat with her family and this and that, and you don't have to pay for a lot of that. So I guess she comped those tickets. But I do think early on, like if we went to the movies or went out to eat, then that is very traditional, chivalrous.
Yeah.
I got it. What about you all?
Same. When we first started,
that's right.
I tried to like take some of the, more
it
of
wouldn't
the
have
stuff
been
at
a
the
successful relationship if you didn't.
Like,
does anybody do that?
Hey, nice to meet you. I've had a first great day. You got this, right?
Exactly.
You pay for this?
But let's break that double standard. Let's be progressive. Go ahead, pay, baby.
You got this.
You got it.
You got it, girl.
Just sit.
It's 2017. You got it, boo.
For my guys who are dating, just sit back at the end and just wait for them to offer.
Or there's the whole thing where you pull out your wallet like, oh, no, put yours away. I got this. And she'll be like, no. And I'm like, all right. Thank
exactly.
you. Go ahead. Appreciate it.
I just need that first.
I need the back and forth for like just once. Like I bring out my wallet. Oh, no, I got it. Oh, okay, thanks.
I usually break that at 2. Like if I go out with a friend or some guys and like we go, oh, I got it. And I go, no. And they go, I got it. That second time, it's like, cool, you got it.
Yeah.
That's yours.
It was funny when I was like growing up, but we had like family relatives like come over to our house and stay with us and visit. They always like give me a little money before they leave, and I always was like, I don't know like where I got this from, if it was a traditional thing, but I also was like, no, it's okay, you don't have to, no, you don't get it. And then like when I got older, it's like, why am I saying no? Like I'm just gonna be like, oh, $100, thank you, I will gladly take that. I appreciate it.
I'm not gonna mess up God's blessing for you.
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna take this.
I'll take this, and God's gonna bless you.
That's funny. I think it is a cultural thing.
Yeah. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody's
It might be like a young thing too, just like a reference or whatever. But like now, yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
People say,
and more.
"What do you want for Christmas?" Well, I got some bills. I'm trying to take care of. I got a cable bill. I got a. By the way, I got my water or electricity bill the other day, and that thing was up there just because it's been so hot.
You got the AC blasting?
Yeah.
It's been like uncharacteristically like super hot in LA.
It's like hell hot on the top of the hill I live.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's dry, ain't no grass, nothing. When the dog goes to the bathroom outside, it's there the week later because it's petrified, just in the sun. Yeah, it's baked. That's gross. Anyway, back to money. How did it evolve for you? Like, did it? Because I know, I mean, me and Amanda are just very. It's just whoever has it takes care of that thing at the time or whatever. Like if we're grocery shopping, it's like, oh, I don't got it, you got it. She's like, yeah. I normally take care of like the cable and how did it evolve for you all?
I mean, it's like shifted so many times. So like sometimes like it'll be like, oh, I got it. Sometimes it'll be her, but like she'll be like, oh, I got it, and I'm like, cool. But I think a lot of times we just split, just because it just seems like the most equitable way to do it. But I will say that it was like weird timing. Emily and I and then two of other friends went to Jamaica for a trip, I think this past summer. Like we talked about it at Sandals Ochi Resort, and you have to like obviously pay for all that up front. So the time where we needed to pay for it was the exact time right after I bought my house too. So after I bought my house, I was broke. Like all the money I had saved, right? All the money I had saved went to the house. Like the down payment, the percent down, the closing costs, like all of it. And then it was like, all right, time to pay for Jamaica. And I was like, oh. So luckily, Emily's amazing. She fronted that bill. She's like, all right, I got you. Just get it back to me whenever. I was like, cool. And even though, like, I feel like and I want to ask you about this, like, what are you going to do with your accounts when you get married? But I think Emily and I are going to combine and put it into one account. Even though, like, our accounts are going to be combined in, like, I don't know, like a few months once we're married, I still want to make a point of emphasis to pay her all that back, even though, like, it's probably still just going to come back to me in the same account. But
what's mine is yours.
Right,
yours
exactly.
Is mine,
but out of principle, I just don't like that being over my head. Like,
You're a good guy.
Remember I fronted that? And she would never put that in my face. Like, she would never be like, oh, you don't remember when I fronted your Jamaica trip? She would never do that. But I just want to make sure I get that back to her, just because, I don't know.
I feel like if people don't take the traditional like career routes, like I know people who went to college and
you heard that guy? He's walking by. He's like, I want to shout out my brother.
Come on, man. Come give your brother. We doing a podcast. Come on, give your brother a shout out.
You can shout him out, man.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, right there.
Shout out to all the people from Mammoth Lakes, California. I'm going to snowboarding this year.
Hey, all right.
Have fun, man.
What did he say?
I don't know.
I don't know. He said, shout out to
everyone from somewhere in California.
And he's going snorting? Was that what he said?
I was hoping he didn't say that. I hope he said
but
snowboarding.
But he put up like the, that.
I hope that brother's going snowboarding and not snorting.
I'm
going snorting.
For the PG version of this, he's going snowboarding up in Mammoth.
Is that what people say when they go,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go snorting.
I don't know at all.
There's a Prince song. I think it's it might be 1999, but there's a line where he says, "I got a line in my pocket, and baby, I'm ready to roll." And I just realized that's cocaine.
That makes sense.
I have a line in my pocket, and baby, I'm ready to roll.
That makes sense.
Anyway, that's what I thought of when that guy said, "I'm going snorting."
Are we in your way? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, this park is popping.
This park is popping. Where were we? We were talking about money.
So.
Oh, you need to make sure it's paid back for.
I do.
The Jamaicans.
I do. Yeah, but I want to ask you, like, when y'all get married, like, what do y'all?
We have a joint account now.
You have a joint now.
Yeah.
At what point in your relationship did that account become jointed?
We created that joint. Okay, so after college, she went to Arizona, and then I came out here to California for grad school. So I was out here by myself, and then she came out here. And when we started to live together in downtown LA, then that's when we created the joint to help manage the rent because we were living together in California.
Yeah.
So we created that joint. That was 6 or 7 years in, and we moved to a new city and we're living together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, something that one of my bosses told me that she and her husband did a while ago, because I think finances and relationships are so important. So I'm trying to pick up what I can from everybody. So they have a joint, obviously, but then if anything is more than like 200 or 300, that's when they contact the other person to let them know that they're buying something. But like obviously, if I want to buy something for $50, I shouldn't have to text Emily and be like, hey, I'm gonna buy these jeans for $50. Is that okay, boo? You know. But like if I'm gonna buy something for like $500, like I should probably tell her.
It's funny. Like I kind of managed the joint. You know, Amanda. You know, I put my money into the joint. She puts her money into the joint. And that's how we take care of and some other stuff. Yeah. And I'm usually the one who manages that. I set it up so I get an alert every time something over $125 is spent. So if I get a text, if I didn't pay a bill and I get a text from Chase that says, this purchase for so-and-so was over the $125 limit, you set your notifications. I text him and I'm saying, all right, what we doing now? What just happened? So you could also set it up where you can spy. I'm
going to do that. Does Amanda know you have that?
Yeah, she knows.
Oh, okay.
She'll be like, how'd you know? I'm like, I know.
I know everything. I know it all.
But I do think that if you set up that joint, then you got to be super careful because it's, you know, it's both money's at stake and that should go to stuff that's, you know, important. So if it is over, you know, $100, then you do kind of got to like consult each other. Yeah.
But I do want to go back to like the dating aspect, right? Because if we're talking about, you know, like being out the game or being in a game, is it a deal breaker? I mean, I wish I had, you know, maybe I'll reach out to some women, but I wonder, is it a deal breaker if like the guy doesn't pay? Like because I feel like I know some girls where
I think it is a deal
if the guy is not paying on the first day, the first couple of dates, it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is just a friend thing, or it's more like, oh, he ain't paying for nothing, like this is a deal breaker. I wonder. I don't know though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the.
Because I mean, anytime I've taken a girl out, like I've always paid. So remember when I told you like I would take a girl
down
to Yogaland because it's a quick and you know just like boom. Exactly. I could pay that because it's cheap. But if I'm like on the walk there, I know like we're not meshing well. This isn't gonna work out. I'm like, you gonna buy your own yogurt and I'll buy mine.
How do you sneak that in? Like, how do you say that? It's like when you get to the cashier, like, no, just the first.
I'm gonna be like, oh, you got yours. I'm gonna go bathroom real quick, and then she's standing at the cashier. She got paid. No, I'm just playing.
The old I'm gonna go to the bathroom trick.
No, I still usually paid, even if it's just like turns out to be a friend thing because it's like I said, it's like $3.
I think it's a deal breaker. I think it's still expected for. But then again, what about relationships that aren't man-woman?
Yeah.
How do you determine, you know, if the, I don't want to say the stigma, if the social norm in heterosexual relationships is the guy pays,
right?
What is it in non-heterosexual relationships?
It's true.
Like, how do you determine who pays?
Yeah.
Put that in the comments.
Yeah.
Y'all email us. Put it in the comments. What do you think? Who's supposed to pay? And is it a deal breaker, ladies? In heterosexual relationships, is it a deal breaker if the guy doesn't pay?
But also, if it is, at what point can he stop paying for all of it? Like, you can't be in a 2-year relationship and then he constantly pays for everything.
I was gonna say a year.
A year? So every time y'all go out to eat,
time.
Every time y'all go out to dinner for a year, the guy got to pay every time?
There's a point when you're dating, when you're still dating, and then you say, do you want to be my girlfriend?
Okay, yeah.
We are girlfriend and boyfriend now.
I think that's it. Like, if you're still dating and it's like casual and you're still trying to turn it into something like serious, then yeah, like, you know, I think the guy should keep paying. But like, if you're my girlfriend at this point, like, we're now in a relationship where you can support me and I can support you.
I agree with that. I think once it's determined that we're boyfriend and girlfriend, then we start sharing stuff. But how long? But to answer your question, when does that happen? I guess it's different for different people. Like, how long after dating do you go, we're boyfriend and girlfriend?
Whenever I get the paper, it was like, do you want to be my boyfriend?
Circle my yes or no.
Check yes, check no, check maybe. That's when I'm like, all right, we're good.
That maybe answer is devastating. Maybe.
Right? Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I'm nervous.
Depends on how I feel. Ask me in a week. It's like, what?
That's funny. Hey, we got to take a quick break.
Yep.
We're going to holler at our sponsors and chat during the break.
Exactly.
And we'll be right back with more Out the Game.
And we are back after our quick break.
We back.
Genie and I were doing some research because we want to bring numbers
to
our fans. bringing numbers.
We're not all
bringing
talk.
voices in. We're not all talk.
We read.
This is not all just circumstantial. Bringing evidence.
We read stuff. All right, what was that one stat you found?
So yeah, I found a couple interesting stats talking about men and women. So I found that 59 for a study. This is not like all of America, but this is a study that was done. 59% of women agreed that a man should always offer to pay for the first date.
Okay, what's the title of this article?
Title of this article is What Millennial Women Really Think About Splitting the Check.
What millennial women really think about splitting the check? Okay, we definitely are in the millennial category.
Oh, for sure.
The listeners are definitely millennials. So
Probably.
this is a study that pertains or describes you and us. All right, how much? 53%?
59.
59.
Yeah.
So a little bit over half of all women think the guy should pay
On the first date, yeah.
on the first date.
Yep. But it was.
But that's what happens anyway.
But it was this cool thing. It was like a little note. One person said that a woman said, if I'm on the first date and I pay for half of it, or if I pay for my half, that means I'm not interested at all. Like, I don't want you to pay, and then you think like, oh, this is going somewhere. So fellas, if you're fighting to pay that first bill, and she's like, nah, I'm good. I got it myself.
She's not just being polite.
She's not just being polite. Maybe
She actually is being polite. That's a very polite way of saying.
it's a polite way of saying like, this isn't going anywhere. We should just be friends.
See, women are smart like that. A guy would botch that and just like not trip over his words, but no, I'll take care of this.
And one of the guys in the study said, I feel like I'm getting friend zoned if a girl pays for the date.
You are.
And you
are.
should just accept it and be happy that she's paying for her half and not making you pay for it and then leaving you at the same time.
And now I'm trying to go back into my own life and figure out, was there ever a time when like in high school or something when she said, no, I'll pay for this. I guess I was never in the dating game for too long. I dated in high school and then met Amanda in college, so I never really dated.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, like, yeah, when I was like dating, like in high school, like, they were all like, I was high school. Like,
Yeah, it's not grown dating.
I didn't have money. We didn't go out like that.
Yeah, right.
Our dating consisted of just talking on the phone until my dad took my phone away.
And AOL Instant Messenger.
Exactly. I'm gonna hit you up on AIM, girl. What's your AIM?
Which is leaving us. It's over. I think next year there's no more AIM.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was already gone.
We're getting old. Yeah.
I didn't even know it still existed.
Someone was using it.
No, all right, cool. Good to know. But
Okay, so most millennials think that the guy should pay on the first date.
yeah.
And then there was another one you said about whoever initiates the date
Yeah, there was something else that they said, like, whoever initiated the date
should pay for it.
Yeah, and a small subset or a subset of people believe that.
But you know what? When I was in school, we didn't have we had Facebook. That's it. That's how you if you wanted to holler at somebody online, that's how you did it. But now there's like all kinds of apps and Tinder and Coffee Meets Bagel, and there are more opportunities for initiation.
Yeah, it's true. There's
Like,
so many
girls
ways.
didn't initiate dates, I don't think, when I was in college.
Yeah.
I think I just waited to get, talked to.
There's this interesting quote here that an anonymous survey respondent said. They said, I don't like men to pay for me, as I am afraid they will feel that I owe them something in return. Sex, another date, etc. Interesting.
Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Just so I can internalize this.
I don't like men to pay for me,
Got it?
as I am afraid they will feel that I owe them something in return. So like sex, another date, etc.
All right, that sucks. She's been hurt by somebody. Like somebody set that precedent for her.
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm paying for something or paying for someone on the first date, I'm not expecting them to like.
Right.
It's not I'm not expecting anything.
It sucks that somebody expected something, I think,
Probably.
as the precedent. But I don't think. I think there's good guys out there that concern shouldn't exist
Yeah.
about.
And there might be some guys who are like that,
I
who are
think
just
they're
rude
definitely,
of like,
yeah.
and like at the end of the night, like, all right, good night, see you later. And he's like, but I paid for
I
your
paid for
dinner.
that steak.
I paid for that steak. What do you mean? How you not gonna let me up? Come on, baby. I don't know. I mean, but like,
That reminds me of a DL Hughley joke. This is like an old DL joke from Def Jam, but he talks about taking a girl to a restaurant, and she flips it over to the expensive side of the menu, and he's like, now you know that's the sex side of the menu. Now you know that side means we have. So I guess that does exist somewhere out there in the universe.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I think that's more and more people too. More and more girls who are interested in guys. It's more and more that, and don't pay for me.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if I was dating. I'm not dating anymore. I'm out the game.
I mean, is it wrong for me to like want Emily just to be my sugar mama? I tell her all the time. I'm like, Emily, can I retire and you just be my sugar mama and you just take care of me?
You know, it's funny. There are times when Amanda is my sugar mama. I'm a filmmaker. I don't have a salary. I don't have a health benefits. I make films, and when I'm working, and then when I'm not, I gotta find work.
Yeah.
So there are times when she is my sugar mama, and I don't mind. That's the point of a relationship.
Right, because it's not one
when
person
the other,
who's like taking advantage of the other.
Right.
You're not only with Amanda for her
You need each other
money.
to live.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Oh man.
That's the point, to support us.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have to get a joint at some point.
Yeah. We will.
When's
I don't know. Right before we get married, right after we get married. I don't know. I need to talk to
It's
like.
pretty easy. You go into Chase and you say we want a joint, and they're like, all right.
I need to talk to some people first to figure out I'm doing this in the right way, because I got big plans for our money, and I gotta make sure I'm setting it up right.
So you're the money one.
I am. I'm like the investor. Like I'm already thinking about like, cause like my house is a duplex, so I have like tenants. So I'm already thinking about like the next one. And like,
That's such a grown adult thing.
To
think about.
I try.
That's not. I'm not even in the realm of
Dude,
adulthood.
when you're ready to buy a house, bro, get at me. I got you.
That's another podcast.
Oh yeah.
We'll make that, whatever title that is.
A house is not a home. Yeah, I got you. We can make that happen.
So you're really thinking about that? Like you're considering all that in the future and.
Oh, all the time.
Huh.
Yeah, all the time. I'm thinking like maybe certain accounts we won't join together. I don't know if this is legal or not. I don't know. But certain accounts we maybe won't join together because I want her to still buy a house and using her FHA, so first time buyer loan, so she can put 5% down.
Yeah.
And then, cause that's what I use for my first. She'll use that for her first, and then we'll put both our names on both of them later on. I don't know.
We'll just edit this part out.
We'll edit this part
just
out.
in case.
Yeah.
We'll do some research for you.
Just in case. If I get calls, I'm like, we're gonna delete this one and be like, what you talking about, man?
We listened to your podcast and
What episode? What episode you listen to? Cool. Deleted.
speaking of government spying, I think they're in all the all the devices that you talk to these days, wirelessly, like the Googles and the Alexas and the Amazons and the Echoes.
Yeah.
I saw this cool video online the other day, and the woman's talking to her. Is it Alexa? Is that the one from Google?
No. Google is just
Alexa?
Google Home. Alexa's Amazon. I have Alexa.
She's talking to her Alexa. So you try this and you let me know if it works. She's talking to Alexa. She says, Alexa, would you ever lie to me? She goes, I would never lie to you. And she said, Alexa, what's the CIA? The Central Intelligence Agency's blah, 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 blah. She goes, Alexa, are you connected to the CIA? And it shuts down. And then she boots it back up and she says, Alexa, are you connected to the CIA? And it shuts down.
So if I go home today,
if it shuts down, then they're listening. The Freedom of the Freedom of Information Act. They're listening.
Dang.
Anyway, when we talked about them listening to our podcast and calling you for the house, that's what it reminded me of.
Dude, it's so crazy. I remember one time I was shopping on Overstock looking for a duvet, right? Just like, and then next thing I know, I'm on Facebook scrolling and I see ads from Overstock like crazy, and I'm like, that's concerning.
Dude, it's creepy. If you have the Facebook app installed on your phone, then they're like amalgamating your sound bites. Like they're listening to conversations and they find the buzzwords and that they can target you with ads that way. So if you're discussing duvets on the phone or something, then they can start to target you with ads for whatever you talk about. So take your Facebook app off the phone.
Yeah, be careful out there, man. These streets is dangerous.
Cover the webcam on your computer.
Do you do that?
This is I used to do it. I don't do it anymore.
I don't. But I know people who do.
Yeah. This podcast has evolved from like we're talking about money and like relationship stuff to just like general conspiratorial advice.
It's important.
It is important.
Because you're going to have no game. The government's all about your stuff.
My fiance is all about conspiracies.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm into weird stuff too, just like, UFOs and weird stuff like that. But she's totally into conspiracies.
Yeah. So this is like something that's completely random right now that I want to bring into the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to talk about it. Can I
get it off your chest?
Can I get a moment?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So one of my coworkers had a birthday party for her two baby twins that just turned 1. Out in Pico Rivera. Yeah, shouts out to Miss Liao. And guess what she had at the party?
A clown?
Nope.
A jumping thing?
Yes, but that's not what I was excited about.
Oh, this is something you're excited about.
I was very excited about it. And it ties to you. And
a magician?
No.
I don't know.
She had a taquero.
Oh.
She had a taquero there, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was the best thing ever.
And that kind of makes me sad because I have some, it's not bad news, but we decided
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I'm off. I'm out of here.
He's leaving, y'all. He took the headphones off. So here's what we did.
Okay.
We moved the In-N-Out up to the cocktail hour and got rid of the taco lady. So at least Tim's silent. He's just staring off into the horizon. He's very upset right now. I feel so bad. But you know what? Speaking of being frank and having conversations, being flexible and talking with your significant other, you got to talk about, where you can compromise. And that was an area where we could save a little bit and put it towards somewhere else.
No, so that makes perfect sense.
It's more, we feel like it's kind of more of a party too,
Yeah.
Move In-N-Out to the cocktail hour. It's cooler. It's cooler for the TV show to shoot.
Yeah.
But as you said, taquero lady, I was like,
It's cool. Well, I'm glad that I got to experience one at the party last weekend.
That's why God did that.
Right, because it was just amazing. Like I literally could just go up to him, like put my hand out, and he'll put tacos in it. Like it was the best thing ever. What magic is this? And I went up to her after the party, I was like, this has been the best birthday party I've ever been to in my life.
What kind of tacos?
They had 3. They had chicken, pollo carnitas, and pastor.
Asado. Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
It was bomb.
The tortillas on the
oh yeah
there.
Yep, and it had like onions and peppers and.
That's a great party for some 1-year-olds.
Oh,
them kids can't even eat that.
She's
that was for y'all.
Miss Liao she's a party aficionado. Like she just kills the game.
Some people are like out the box with parties.
They had like
think
a whole
candy
stuff. Table. It was just like it was a horchata.
What for the
juice.
1-year-olds?
It was just an amazing experience overall.
That's like them kids gonna have a great Christmas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Wait. Okay. So going back to your wedding. Hold on. We're not done with this. So during cocktail hour, it's gonna be a In-N-Out truck, and that's what people are gonna eat during cocktail hour.
Yeah.
And then it's just still Popeyes for the.
It's still Popeyes for the dinner.
Okay.
I literally want this to be like a Beyonce music video. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all black tie affair. We bring out the silver platter and there's Popeyes chicken under there.
Yeah.
I want this to be ghetto fabulous. So
That's dope.
there's still Popeyes for the dinner.
Is it like a truck where people like wait in line and go up to the truck?
Yeah. So like the cocktail hours in the yard, in the front yard. And,
okay.
Yard games and some other cool stuff. And then they go out to the curb and go get their burger from the In-N-Out truck.
Nice.
Kind of novel and it's like what we're excited about is it gives people the LA experience. We really think it gives people the Hollywood experience. A lot of our families coming in and we're paying for this ourselves. We didn't ask for any money and it was enough for people to travel out here. So we wanted people to come out here and just see the mountains and see our neighborhood and have that LA Hollywood experience. So In-N-Out's one of those things.
For sure.
And then it happened that a TV show is going to shoot the wedding too. So they really are getting like the LA Hollywood, welcome to California experience.
Yeah, man. This is going to be the event of the year.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing my grandmas out here.
Yeah.
My grandma Annie, she don't get on planes too much. She never been to California.
Is this the one with the birthday?
Yeah, that's Grandma Annie. Yeah.
Been wrong for multiple
Celebrating in the
decades.
wrong month.
Your birthday is not in this month. You led us astray.
So we were celebrating an arbitrary date. But they're coming out. I talked to her last week, and I'm really excited to to share the day with family and friends.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. What should I wear?
You gotta wear. You got a black suit? You just hummed in the same key of this song.
I did.
I wanna.
I did.
I'm so jealous. Like if I could hum and sing and all that stuff, I would. You couldn't stop me. You just thought in the key of the song in the background.
Oh man, it's like when you try to like jog to music and you can't jog off beat. Like it's just awkward. You gotta run to the beat.
You didn't even hum on the one chord. It was like a harmony. I hate it.
I've worked a lot on my harmonies. Something I struggled with when I was younger and in choir.
Yeah. I couldn't hear it for the longest.
Yeah,
The only reason is because I played
Once
keys.
I hear it, I got it, but like it's hard for me to find like harmonies.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's different. Yeah. I'll put something nice together.
It's supposed to feel like kind of feel like Great Gatsby meets Edgar Allan Poe Gothic.
Okay. I know exactly what that means, and I have the exact outfit for that.
Yeah. Yo, wait till you see my tux.
I can't wait, man.
I'm gonna change from the ceremony to the.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because the thing is so nice, it's gonna get ruined.
That's true.
It's like I'll just tell you, it's a black tux, right? The pants are kind of like satin. The lapels are satin on this tux, but the body is like a black lace material. And when you get close, you see it, but from afar, it looks black.
Just regular black, yeah.
Yeah, it's I like it. It's subtle, but it's loud at the same time.
Killing the game, my friend.
Yeah, we'll see. Killing the new game.
Killing the new game. Man. Game of life. That's dope, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're 30 days out. I feel like the next podcasts are going to be especially pertinent and especially insightful because these things happen in real time, y'all. Like, we're not just getting together and reading a script. And, like, we are talking about things that are happening in our lives. And we're just excited to share it and that you all listen.
The next podcast is going to be like an early look, like, into your wedding. Like, from...
Oh, and a recap from the bachelor party,
and
too.
And a recap from the bachelor party and the insights of, like, what's about to go down.
Because at that point, we'll be... Oh my God, that just makes me nervous.
Because I don't know, are we meeting next week? Maybe?
Yeah, we should.
Probably.
Because then we'll be 3 weeks out. Oh my God, saying that just makes me kind of like have a panic attack.
And then I'll bring some notes from you from the one I'm about to go to.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know this one that I'm about to go to, like, when we talk about, like, people who, like, you know, putting in money into their wedding.
This is one of those.
Oh, they put in money to it. Like,
What's
I just
the
know.
venue? Cathedral?
I don't even know. I haven't looked at the invitation since I RSVP'd, but I need to look at it. But I know it's going to be amazing.
HGTV's going to that one for the expensive one and comparing it to ours.
Probably. That's the expensive level. But yeah, they're a dope couple, Jordan and Jaime. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, take notes, and we'll talk about it next week.
I got you. I will.
Well, just so happens that we're right about out of time.
It's perfect.
I love getting together and talking about this stuff with you.
Yeah, man.
Like the anxiety that rushed through my heart a second ago when I said 3 weeks, it's some of that's alleviated when we talk about it. So
it's gonna be good. You have nothing to worry about, man. Nothing to worry about.
That's good to hear.
I'll be there day of as like a tertiary coordinator, not the secondary, but the third. Like if the first one don't work out, find someone else, and then if you can't find anyone else, get at me, and I'll do whatever you need me to do, man. I got you.
You'll be an honorary family
exactly.
member and walk down the aisle.
Oh yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I need to do something to stand out. I know it's your day.
It's
your day and Amanda Day, but yeah, I'm just so selfish.
It's a wedding. You kind of got, all the wedding attendees. I feel like you got to stunt a little bit.
I got to.
Like everybody has to find that little thing that, whether it's like a lapel flower or like some colored bow tie or like the tailor of your outfit or whatever. You got to stunt. It's a wedding.
I will.
Oh, I know you are. You gonna stunt?
Maybe I might go hipster and wear dress shoes with no socks. I don't know. Something.
That's very LA.
And then flood. So everybody can see my ankles. Just gotta make sure I put some lotion on my ankles and I'll be set. I'm like, oh, look at that guy. It's stylish. That's right, ladies. But I'm out the game. Sorry.
You see these ankles?
I'm out the game.
See these ankles in this ring?
Oh, I should wear the ring just for that day. No, I won't.
Should.
I won't.
I'll be wearing my ring for the first time that day.
I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to see it. And then one day we'll wear them together.
Yeah, oh.
Walk down the street.
Man.
As married men.
Married men.
We'll pass the podcast off to the next generation.
To the next generation. Talk about your experiences getting out of the game. Because we're out. We're retired. Put my jersey up like Kobe, 24 and 8.
Yep.
Putting them up. I'm out the game. All right, y'all. Thanks again for fellowshipping with us and being with us one more time.
You all subscribe so you get alerted when we got new stuff.
Exactly.
Get on iTunes, Out the Game Podcast. Share it with people.
Apple Podcasts right here.
Share it online. We're on Google Play. All that stuff. Tell your friends. Yeah, we're on Google Play. We're on iTunes. There's one more that I can't think of, but yeah, we're out there.
We need to start posting some stuff on IG.
You know what? Today.
Let's do it.
Let's do it today.
We're making posts today.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. I'm Genie. Yo,
What just happened? What just happened?
We ate a breakfast bar before we started recording. It's one of those Nature Valley things. It's the sweet and salty, and they're the best ones. But there's nuts in it, and this whole episode, there's been nuts just like dancing in the back of my throat. So
You
I
struggled
inhaled
through that so hard.
yeah,
You almost made it to the end. You almost made it to the end. Oh my god.
there was just like pieces of nuts back there, just like
so
protesting
funny.
in the back of my.
That was so funny.
I've been Genie.
I'm Tim. I'm Tim.
And I had a blast. I gotta go drink some water. I'm leaving.
All right. Genie's out, y'all. He's trying to down some water to make sure he's good, but thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all again next week with another episode. Until then, be easy, everybody. See you.